All right, so you decided you want to be a real estate investor. Let's talk about one of the biggest issues and biggest things that you will need to solve when flipping a house, doing a buy or hold, or anything related to real estate. It is finding the correct contractor for your job. Now, I've talked about this on the channel in the past, and I've had a lot of problems with it. And after talking to other real estate investors, it's kind of their biggest problem too. So let's kind of talk about some of the things on my latest project, and what we're just going to mainly talk about on this one is pricing. Like, you'll get the guy, I'm not the cheapest, but I'm the best. You'll get the guy that will be almost so cheap that you'll be a little worried about why are they so cheap. But anyways, I'm going to go through a couple different quotes that I got based on installing 4 base cabinets. I had one guy that quoted it at $75 per cabinet that he would install it. So that comes out to like $350, something like that. He flaked out on me after doing some really good work for me, and then he did some really bad work for me, and I don't really understand what happened. But moving on, one of the ways you can find contractors is through other real estate investors. They usually have some pretty good people. Sometimes they won't share their people because they keep them pretty busy. It's almost like their in-house construction. But I did get some references from some other real estate investors after falling flat with some other contractors. But always get at least 3 quotes no matter what. I've learned that. I got a little impatient and start taking first quotes if the price sounded good to me, but I'm staying away from that. So let's talk about at least 3 or 4 prices that I got just on installing these cabinets. The first person actually found on Facebook. They posted some of their pictures. Their work looked pretty good. That doesn't really mean anything to me. I want you to come out, walk the job with me, and we'll talk about it. So he came out, the dreaded wrap truck. If you've seen on the channel before, wrap trucks usually are expensive, and they're usually kind of designed for like just regular homeowners that need fast, quick warranty, I guess warranty service. Some of your big boys. Now he wasn't one of the big boys, but he definitely, you could tell he's invested a lot into his vehicle, which is fine. But he comes in, he looks at the job, he tells me 2,200, which is absolutely insane. I added like one thing outside of the cabinets, and he just kind of really suggests that instead of me really wanting it. $2,200, that was just insane to me. That's like $500 a cabinet. I can't do it. I mean, I probably could. It's not the, I'm not gonna say it's the hardest or easiest thing because I've never did it, but it's 4 base cabinets. Really nice guy, really professional, but I can't pay 2,200 for that. So I also have a friend that's a contractor. He's not currently doing jobs right now. He's doing some other things. He's an investor as well. He said, no, that's way too much. I knew that already, but just to confirm with him. So then I found another guy on Facebook. He came out and he said he charges $45 per hour per man so I mean, if you get the job done relatively in a good time, that's fair, but who's to say how fast you're going to get that done? He said he's going to do, it would take a full 8 hours. I don't know. That's 16 man hours because it was him and another person. It was going to come out to like $750. And keep in mind, this is just labor because I buy the supplies. Because a lot of contractors will add a premium on supplies. It's whatever. They had to go pick it up, pick it out. I get it. I was actually going to go with that guy, but over the holidays, he stopped answering his phone, text, or whatever. So, maybe I dodged a bullet on that one. Had another, then I went to Thumbtack. That's the website where you can find, I guess, reliable contractors. Talked to a guy. He didn't even come out. He told me 1,700 without really even looking at the job. I had another guy over the phone tell me about 700. So if you notice a theme here, everybody's everywhere with the pricing. So you kind of get stuck on, am I going to just pick the lowest price, or how am I going to figure out what makes most sense? So my first qualifier, was if you didn't have time to come out to the job. I get it, you're busy, but I don't want you come out and then change your kind of your scope of work. Um, and it takes time for these guys to come out. I get it. So, I don't want to waste anybody's time. But that was just an easy way for me to be able to check some people off, check some people. Thumbtack gave me about 5 or 6 leads. I had a guy 700, 300, 1700. I had another guy 700. So I started like this 700 number because it was on the lower end, but it wasn't the lowest. And it made sense to me that's about the hours if you're about $45 an hour on a full day job. And then I got a referral from like I said, my contractor friend, general contractor friend, business partner actually, and his guy came out and he said he could do everything for $350. I'd have to buy supplies. Obviously there's some few additional supplies, so it's going to come out to like $400 after he gets all the material and stuff like that. So referrals are really big, really big, because anybody in the world, if you've seen their their online work, it all looks good, of course, and a lot of these guys are really good at doing the jobs. They're not always good business owners. Now, secondary to choosing this guy, because the referrals was the main reason, and his price was relatively very fair, and then he could start next day. The Thumbtack, if you go with one of their contractors, they do have like a not a warranty but a guarantee. If the contractor doesn't do the job right, they'll reimburse you or something like that. I didn't read the full thing, so that's kind of my next thing. If you're a new investor, maybe just start with Thumbtack. See if you can find some good sources off that. You don't usually, I mean, from my experience, you're finding on that website, like you find a lot of handyman. You're not really finding necessarily businesses, which handyman are fine. There's some things that you will need some licensing for, and like pulling permits, and they definitely probably can't do some of that. So especially with like electrical, plumbing, and some of that stuff, you got to make sure that these people are professionals. So with that, sometimes I feel like I make picking a contractor harder than it really is. It's a good possibility. You'll get a lot of guys out here like fake GCing, saying, oh, I got a crew, and they don't really have a crew. They're not even on site. They're just calling people, sending out, and upcharging you. For simplicity of things, that may work, but I have enough experience where I don't need you to like stand over my job for me. If you have a crew, send them out. We can do business, but I need that person to know just as much as anybody else on the job, not just managing them, because I can get a project manager. It's kind of a different thing than a GC. If I scale my business the way I wanted to back last year, that would have definitely been good. I'm moving more into the apartments now, but still same thing. I still need reliable contractors and stuff like that. So this video is really for anybody that's had issues with contractors. I just want to kind of share my experience. So hopefully this video helped. And if you want to see some of the work I did, go ahead and subscribe, check out the channel. And in the comments, if you're a new investor, leave your 2026 goals and let me see if I can help you complete them goals.